Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Starkside. While you're here, please support the channel by hitting the like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe as well as the notification bell. Today we'll be talking about the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness Rintrah Build-A-Figure Waves Doctor Strange. I'm really excited for this movie, and I'm really excited for this Doctor Strange figure here. So here we have Doctor Strange in the standard Marvel Legends packaging. At the front, we get a movie logo for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. At the top, we get the symbol for the Sanctum Sanctorum. At the side, we get this nice artwork of Doctor Strange. Same on the other side. And at the back, we get a brief bio of the character. If you want to read that, you can pause the video. And here we have the other figures from the wave. Alright, let's get Doctor Strange out of the packaging. And here we have Doctor Strange. And I gotta say, I have some mixed feelings about this figure. There are some things that I like about it, and there are also some things that I don't like about it. But before we talk about the figure itself, let's go over the accessories. Despite being part of the Rintrah Build-A-Figure wave, we don't get any Build-A-Figure piece with this figure, but he does come with a good amount of accessories here. So we get this 4 unique alternate hands, these 2 Eldritch magic effects, and the Cloak of Levitation. These alternate hands that he comes with have these different sculpts, and they all look very nice. This one here is how his fingers look when he opens a portal, so I do like this a lot because it gives us more options for poses. And these 2 here look almost the same, but the thumbs look a bit different. You can use them for some vanilla poses, like when he prepares to cast a spell. And we also have this fist for his left hand, which looks nice, though I do wish Hasbro gave us a grabbing or open palm hand instead. And if you have previous Doctor Strange figures, you can use the hands from those figures. This open hand here came from the No Way Home Doctor Strange, and it does fit in here on this new figure, so that's great. And taking a closer look at these Eldritch magic effects, so we have seen this before with the No Way Home Doctor Strange. I don't see any differences between these effects here, so if you know, please let me know in the comments below, but yeah, I don't think there are any differences. And taking a closer look at this new Cloak of Levitation here, so I think this looks good for the most part. We do get a lot of details and texturing here. As you can see, the details on the inside of the cloak here look similar to the details on the cloak from the previous No Way Home Doctor Strange. Same goes for the outside of the cloak, so yeah, these all look similar. As for the paint apps, they also look the same. We get this flat red paint apps here, so I do like that a lot. The only difference that we're getting between these 2 here is how this new cloak is sculpted. So this new one here looks like it's made to be more battle ready, if I may say. The previous one here looks more like Strange just standing here and talking. If you noticed, we also don't get a peg here in the new cloaks, so yeah, this new one might be for more battle ready poses. I still wish we got that peg because this cloak here will easily fall off Strange, and I find that really frustrating. I also had to heat up the collar on this new cloak here because it was a bit wider before, so that also caused it to fall off Strange a lot. Taking a closer look at the figure itself, starting with the head sculpt, I don't like this head sculpt that we got here. I don't really see Benedict Cumberbatch here. I mean, comparing it with the No Way Home Doctor Strange. So yeah, this old one here looks so much better. For the most part, I think the head sculpt looks decent. The eyes look good. The hair is sculpted well. One thing that I don't like about it are the paint apps. The paint apps on his hair and his facial hair especially. The facial hair looks really weird. I think it needs more paint. Looking at Strange here in the packaging, Hasbro could have done better. But who knows, maybe Hasbro thought he needed a bit of shaving. Another thing that I don't like about it is there's something really off about the sculpt on the lower half of his face. The No Way Home head sculpt had a bit of a long face sculpt type. which I think is better for capturing the likeness of Benedict Cumberbatch. This new one here looks a bit more boxed in. I'm not really sure about the term, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you're curious, here is a head swap. I think the No Way Home head sculpt looks okay on the neck on this new figure. The neck does look a bit tall here, but I think if you put on the cape, it will hide this fact, you know. And the new head sculpt fits well on this previous figure, but yeah, that facial hair looks really weird. And taking a closer look at the rest of the figure, I do like what we're getting here for the most part. The design for his costume here is based on his classic suit from the comics, and I'm such a sucker for classic suits. We get this new Eye of Agamotto here, so this one here sits very high on its upper torso to make it look closer to its comic counterpart, so I do like that a lot. The eye itself is sculpted well, though I do think the paint apps could have looked better. A bit of black wash or something just to make the details pop even more. Moving on, the costume looks great. You get some nice sculpted wrinkles and folds here. I like that the blue here on the symbol has a lighter shade from the rest of the figure. I do think they could have used a better kind of plastic for this torso piece. There's still a bit of gloss to it, whereas the plastic on the torso on the No Way Home Strange looks flatter, which I think makes the figure look more realistic. The arms on this figure look great. We got some nice sculpted wrinkles here and there. The bands here on his forearm look good, details and all. We also get a lot of sculpted details here on the belt section. We get that sling ring here. I do like that a lot. Comparing it with the previous Strange, there are even more paint apps here on this new one, which makes all these other details stand out, you know. Anyway, the skirt here looks great. They made it shorter than its previous costumes. The previous costumes had really long skirts that it really hindered the articulation. I like that the symbol here on the torso continues the design here up to the edges of the skirt, so yeah, I think this looks smart. And because of the shorter skirt design, we see more of his legs. Something to note is that both the elbows and knees use pinless technology, so yeah, all of these are new pieces. We get this nice sculpted wrinkle, so yeah, and the boots look awesome as well. We get this redesign here too. Yeah, looks really cool. Overall, aside from the just decent head sculpt, I think the sculpt on paint apps on this figure look good. Let's go over the articulation on this Doctor Strange figure. So something to know about this figure, they swapped the diaphragm pivot from the previous figures for an ab crunch. Personally, I prefer the diaphragm pivot, especially for a character who wears a tunic in almost every appearance. So Doctor Strange can look up that far, and he can look down as well. His head does rotate, and the neck is a separate piece, so we do get some forward-backward shifting motion there. Nice neck pivot. His arms can bend upward that far, that looks great. And he can bend them down all the way as well. His shoulders rotate 360. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. His wrists rotate and move up and down, so this wrist articulation is the same for all his alternate hands. His ab crunch allows him to bend forward and backwards as well. He's got a waist swivel, and even though the skirt is shorter, it still hinders the articulation quite a bit. His legs can kick forward only that far, and not so much backwards. His hips move outward only that far. He has an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, no boot rotation. His ankles move up and down, and he has ankle pivot as well. Now for some figure comparisons, here's the new Doctor Strange figure next to the No Way Home Doctor Strange and the What If Strange Supreme. So seeing all these three together just makes me excited for Multiverse of Madness, because we expect to see a lot of strange variants there, you know. And here we have Doctor Strange next to the Scarlet Witch. And I'm really excited to see these two team up or go up against each other in Multiverse of Madness. So yeah, these two look great side by side. And here's Doctor Strange next to some other New York-based heroes in red. We have Spider-Man and Daredevil. So that's my review of the Multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange. I think this figure has good sculpt, good paint apps, decent articulation, good accessories, but because of that weird head sculpt, I find this figure just okay. If you're wondering where I got this figure, I bought this figure off a local toy store here in the Philippines called the Red Lily Project. If you want to check that out, there's a link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this figure. Let me know what you think of my review. Please leave a comment below. And if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you still haven't, hit that subscribe, as well as the notification bell. You can also follow me on social media, links in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.